Sussexes humiliated by their foolish response to crisis, blasted as ridiculous global agony ants. Simon McCoy burst into laughter when his GB News co-host Kirsty Gallagher told viewer Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were speechless over the crisis in Afghanistan. Simon McCoy and Kirsty Gallagher were delivering the latest updates on Afghanistan on GB News's Great British Breakfast. Before speaking to royal biographer Angela Levin, Gallagher told viewers about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's response to the crisis as the Taliban take over Kabul, and McCoy found their comments quite amusing. Now, Harry and Meghan have broken their silence to say they are speechless about the situation in Afghanistan, Gallagher began. Sorry, only they would break their silence to tell us they are speechless, McCoy remarked. Gallagher added, it feels almost wrong to be saying this after Charlie there, referring to their previous guest. Anyway, in a joint statement the couple urged people to support organizations carrying out critical work. Well, Prince Harry served 2 tours in the British Armed Forces fighting against the Taliban. Gallagher went on to introduce Angela Levin to the program to hear her opinion on the couple's statement. Angela, sorry but Prince Harry obviously knows better than most of us what's gone on, what's at stake and what the risks are, but it's a bit rich from the Duke and Duchess of Montecito to be telling us the world is in a mess, McCoy said. Levin replied, well yes, I wrote his biography a few years ago and actually he talked endlessly about Afghanistan and how he had to fight to get there in the front line. McCoy's response came after his colleague Dan Wootton told the Duke and Duchess to zip it on his Tuesday evening show. Wootton joked, don't worry guys, it's all fine because Harry and Meghan are here. They'll save the day, they will absolutely save the day, because there was just 2 people who I thought, you know who I want to hear from to solve the situation in Afghanistan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, so thank God they released this statement. Wootton later added, I'm sorry but they are the equivalent of the Kardashians. They have absolutely no formal role and I want to hear as much from Kris and Kim Kardashian, who I love by the way, on the conflict in Afghanistan as I do Harry and Meghan. In a scathing interview with GB News, the royal biographer, who has spent time with the Duke of Sussex, explained how Prince Harry could have delivered a harder-hitting, deeper statement than the one released yesterday. She explained how Harry's personal experience in Afghanistan and the enjoyment he had during his tour, alongside his creation of the Invictus Games, a sports competition for wounded veterans and service personnel, could have been better reflected in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's speechless statement where they encouraged the world to reach out to each other. She said how instead the pair are now global agony aunts and sort of ridiculous. Ms. Levin said, he advises everyone who did fight in Afghanistan to reach out to each other those awful words. What does that mean when he knows so much? Ms. Levin continued by saying Harry could have commented on the British and American lives lost in Afghanistan before stressing that he should know better given his dedication to veterans with the creation of the Invictus Games. The biographer went on to recount how she met countless veterans who say Prince Harry helped them realize they had use through his efforts with the Invictus Games, and said a more personal touch based on Harry's experience in the forces would have been a far better choice of statement. But she conceded that instead of pursuing this path, Harry and Meghan have taken a much more different one. In the statement, the pair said, we are left heartbroken. And as we all witness the continuing global health crisis, exacerbated by new variants and constant misinformation, we are left scared. When any person or community suffers, a piece of each of us does so with him, whether we realize it or not. And though we are not meant to live in a state of suffering, we, as a people, are being conditioned to accept it. It's easy to find ourselves feeling powerless, but we can put our values into action, together. To start, we encourage you to join us in supporting a number of organizations doing critical work. We also urge those in positions of global influence to rapidly advance the humanitarian dialogues that are expected to take place this fall at multilateral gatherings such as the UN General Assembly and the G20 Leaders Summit.